Alright, we got an easy one for you today. We're going to learn how to remove the deck from this Bilt Bronco 42 lawn tractor. Let's take a look at the model number. Onto the seat. There's the model number. You see it's made by MTD, like so much today. Alright, let's get started. Make sure you're on a reasonably level surface. Got concrete right here. That works good. And the first thing we're going to do is come over here by the lever and lower the deck to the full low position. Like so. And then we get underneath and start pulling pins. Alright, and here on the passenger side of the tractor up front, we got this little bow tie pin. Take the pressure off. And just push this rod out. Like so. And then also, while we're here, this red piece right here is what helps keep the belt on the pulley in front, and it pokes up through this hole right here in the frame. So as long as you're on this side, you can just push it that way and then backwards, and that releases the belt. And then now we'll move to the back of the deck. Over here, there's another pin right there. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera. And then we can just push this rod out, and then this as well. Now we move to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. And I usually just kind of keep the pins right here on the foot pad on each side, so I know how many came off this side. Alright, and on the other side we got another pin right here, so let's pull that pin out. Put that up here on this foot pad. Push this rod out. You may have to lift the deck a little bit to get the pressure off. There we go. And then what I find it's very helpful to take this rod, put it back in on both sides, and you'll see why in a moment. Because now that we've got the pins pulled, come back up here, put this lever all the way in the up position. Let me show you what's happening down below. And it lifts those pieces up out of the way. So now the deck is completely disconnected from the tractor except for the engagement cable right here, and we're going to slide the deck out. Alright, so with the deck partially slid out, we're looking at this cable here. There is a pin on this side right here. We're going to pull that pin out. And this one, we'll get the, There we go. Pull that pin out. And then we could pull the cable out this way. And then off there like that. And the last thing we have to do, spring from the cable disconnect it from here, pull it off the deck, and sometimes just keep it out of the way. I'll hook it up here. So now the entire deck is off the tractor. Alright, so I did the work I needed to do on the deck. Put new blades on it, little welding, put on some new wheels there. Let's put this deck back on. Show you how that's done. Alright, so we take the cable that we took off before, and you want to make sure to slide it under the belt and this metal rod, and then you want to hook it back into this hole. The hole looks a little worn out. I'd have to fix that soon. Let's get a little closer to it. There we go. There we go. And then we take the cable here. And see, there's a slot here. Let me get a better view of it. There's this metal bracket, and it's got a slot to go runs up and down, and the cable has a shape like that. So we're gonna put the cable in place, press it into that slot. This little plastic bit here goes over the end like so. Alright, so let's get this pin back in place. There's a little hole, and you gotta make sure that little pin goes in a hole, and there you go. Now the cable's reconnected. Alright, so with the cable connected and those brackets in the up position, let's slide the deck back under, kind of eyeball it there, and then what we can do is come back to the back and put the lever back down. And now we've got to get this bar and this bar back through this hole. We'll have to lift the deck up a little bit to line it up. Try that again. The tricky bit is to line all of these holes up together. There we go. So, pull that out. Want to just not quite push it all the way through. Lift the deck up to line up the hole. It's hard to get your fingers under there. There we go. And then get your little pin, put in that hole. Now let's go to the other side. Alright, now on this side, alright, got that in the hole. Take our pin, where's the hole? Okay, it's kind of we go. Now let's go to the front of the tractor. Alright, so up here on the front, we got to put our belt back in place. So up over the red bar, around the pulley, and then take this red bar and pull it back in place. See, this knob here needs to come out this hole over here. So pull it back into place. There's some tension. There we go. And now we can take the drag link on the front and the last pin goes in here. And there you are. You now have the deck remounted. So if you come over here, grab the lever, and the deck is back in place. So there you go. Now you're ready to get mowing. All right, thanks for watching.